Hello everyone, it is me Flome here. We're back with another video, and today we'll be playing some Madden 18, and today we're playing against the Denver Broncos. So let's get it. Today we're gonna be starting our backup QB for like maybe this. It depends how he does. If he does good throughout the game, then that's cool. But we're gonna start him for the first 2 quarters, and if he does terrible, we put in Matt Ryan. So let's get it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The running game will be a focus today. The Dolphins have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going against the Broncos, who will try to avoid becoming one-dimensional.
Larry, we could have been assigned to December games in Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Instead, we get the plum assignment here in sunny Miami, Florida. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Their second-year quarterback out of Memphis leading him is Paxton Lynch.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Yes sir, baby. Yes sir.
He's taken down. Koamisi not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Here we go now. 3 and a
A fake to Anderson. Now it's Lynch. And a Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jordan Phillips in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So here are the Dolphins now with excellent field position to start things out. They'll be led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his 10th season now is Matt Ryan.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And he'll be brought down significantly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
1st and 10. It's Ryan. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. He's at the 40. The 20.
That was a stupid.
10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Domata getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Hard throw, incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Defense is amazing.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lynch. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Lynch finding Thomas there for the Bronco first. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've hit the end of quarter 1. 7-3 the score, and we'll be back to South Florida after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. Out of the gun, Lynch. And some space here. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
He goes underneath for Anderson. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the ball comes loose, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was. Let's just talk about getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. We're just 2 minutes away from sending you to Orlando for Larry Ridley in our EA Sports halftime report, so don't forget about that coming up shortly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a halftime without him, and we thank him for doing the highlights. Let's go get a snack.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Ryan. Now he steps away. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And
Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Alex Smith leading the way offensively. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals from Cincinnati.
A hard-hitting battle right there.
And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
When he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. Now Lynch on first down. And his pass incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And now Lynch. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From midfield now, here's Lynch. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And caught, right side, Green. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts.
Try to at least get
as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over, and we'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
second down. Here's Ryan. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Dolphins are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Broncos won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Now 1st and 10, Macy's able to zero in on the QB here. This goes for a loss of 9. First and 10, under pressure here, the pass is picked off. Broncos take it back all the way for the score as they take a 7-0 lead. Now 1st and 10, Ryan's gonna find his mark, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 33-yard line. Dolphins have it later on the drive. Ryan's on point with the throw, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. Dolphins go up by a field goal. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish and try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go with Williams. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 4 yards on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Derek Wolfe in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here's Ryan to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong arm guy.
Oh, God.
And they were able to successfully complete that one.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I got 19. I got 19.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins head on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just 4 yards on the pick, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he's got room. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back now in Miami. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Now they'll look to throw it with Lynch. Throw left side complete. That's Fowler. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra play in order to move it.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down following the run. From the gun, it's Lynch. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Now Lynch to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space, down just beyond the 35. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
Or the mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Back to throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
They'll run it with Williams. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Around the NFL 4th quarter right now in Atlanta. And not much trouble in that game for the Vikings. They've opened their lead further. Teddy Bridgewater, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll look to throw. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Lynch. Nothing doing on that.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Clock ticking as Lynch hurries his guys to the line. One last shot for Lynch. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it'll be good for a Denver first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And it's incomplete. So
Let's
the
go.
final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Miami, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
Alright, guys. Have a good